Well, the Trump administration is doubling down on the president's threat to impose tariffs on Mexican exports to the U.S. It's an attempt to force Mexico to stem the flow of illegal immigration into the U.S. over the southern border. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders says the administration is still moving forward with the plan despite continuing negotiations with Mexican officials. CNN's Tom Foreman reports.
The numbers are huge. 144,000 migrants arriving in the U.S. via the southern border in May alone, including more than 11,000 unaccompanied children. That's more than 30% higher than the previous month and the highest total in 13 years. We are in a full-blown emergency. The acting head of Customs and Border Protection says the system is broken.
All of last year, 400,000 people came in the country illegally, right? And so this is how staggering this current crisis really is.
For the president, it is another reason to hammer on Mexico, saying that country should stop migrants before they reach the U.S.
They have to step up to the plate, and perhaps they will. We're going to see.
To be sure, many point out migrants are being driven out of their home countries south of Mexico by economic hardship and violence, and the promise of a better life in the States if they can make it to the border to make an asylum claim. The White House says Congress must help fix that part too.
What we know that needs to happen is true congressional action, which is that of closing the legal loopholes, which would then stop the magnet of illegal immigrants coming to the United States.
But some critics say the president is also to blame. They argue his singular focus on building a wall has allowed an administrative logjam to develop, and many immigrant families know the rules limiting how long children can be detained mean they'll likely be released while their cases make their way through the immigration courts.
Now, the administration has begun beefing up the immigration courts, but it's really just far too little. We're looking at about 400 judges today. Maybe next year we'll have 500 judges processing over 1 million cases.
They basically stay in the United States for almost 5 years before they go through their complete immigration court case. And they're all being treated as an asylum seeker.
The tariffs will go into effect Monday if the deal isn't reached between the U.S. and Mexico before then.